Hey, what's happening, everybody? TK here, TK and Drinks. And you know what we have? We got ourselves a live review of three fantastic meads. Well, hopefully fantastic. I always preface that, and sometimes it doesn't live up to the juncture. But for those of you that are new here, I'm TK. This is the channel TK and Drinks, where I review meads, talk to mead makers, interview professional mead, well, I guess professional mead makers as well as home brewers and everything like that. Just pretty much if you're into mead, you want to talk to me, I'd love to hear what you have to say. And I talk to all sorts of cats from around the world. But today is going to be a special day because I'm here in Montgomery, just outside Montgomery, Alabama. And I had not done a mead review in a long time, so I figured, you know what, today's going to be the day. It's beautiful outside. It's like a nice 68 degrees, nice cool breeze in the back. Finally over this crud that I've been getting over, sickness and everything like that, and I'm ready to go out and be amongst human beings again. And I figure I'd be a fantastic way to share some meads with the world. And these are ones that I've been holding on to for a little while. I've been dying to get into these, so I got three of them today from some cats that are, well, one home brewer who's looking to go professional, and two commercial meaderies. First we got up is the Desdemona from the Fox and Raven Meadery there, just outside of Dallas, Texas, on the north end. I can't remember what the exact town that they're in is. Carrollton, Texas. And they got a quaint little spot there. They don't have a tasting room yet, but you can go in and do bottle purchases. And you can go in and talk with Bryce and Savannah. They're super cool cats. And they were kind enough to donate this one to the review cause. This is a strawberries and cream hydromel, carbonated, I believe, lightly carbonated. And I had this one at a bottle share with them, just a pinch of it, and it was fantastic. So I definitely want to get that into the score books. Then I got a semi-sweet 8% Tupelo. I believe this one is also going to be lightly sparkling. This is from Texas Longhouse Mead. My buddy Carlos hooked this up when I was visiting him as well, and I definitely want to give that one a try. I've never had a Tupelo honey mead before, so he's a pretty damn good mead maker. I like a lot of the stuff that he put out. So I'm definitely excited to try that one as well. And then last, but certainly not least, from Garagiste out of Florida, we got the Reboog Blue. Now this is a blueberry with peanuts, and I think it's supposed to be like a blueberry peanut butter, blueberry jam sandwich type thing. Not exactly sure what's going on with all that, but we'll get to it and give it a shot and everything like that. So again, thank you for being here with me today. And I knew I got my wine key here somewhere to unlock the magic. Here we go. One thing I did forget, unfortunately, was my water bottle, so I could swish this glass out after each one of these, but I guess we'll just do it gross, junky, unprofessional fashion. So first up is the Desdemona. Now I do on my laptop here have my BJCP score sheet pulled up. I don't have any physical copies printed out, but we'll be following along here. And if anybody ever wanted some of their one of these things printed out or whatever, I could certainly get one up and get going for them. Oh, and also show off my cool Meat with a D shirt, making these. So if you can see them around, you can start seeing me carrying different shirts and all sorts of stuff like that too, because I like making meat related shirts with cheeky sayings on them. So first one up is Meat with a D. Either you get it or you don't, but I'm thinking the vast majority of people on this channel are definitely gonna find that some sort of appealing in some way, shape, or form. All right, so we got first up, the Desdemona. So this is from Fox and Raven, again up in Carrollton, Texas. It says, my downright violence and storm of fortunes made downright violence and a storm of fortunes. Ooh, man, I cannot even read today. He says, my downright violence and storm of fortunes made trumpet to the world. What is mead? Mead is created from honey fermented in a process similar to beer, but like wine can range from dry to super sweet. Yes. And this is at Fox and Raven. We craft mead inspired by the stories that have shaped us, from tall tales to epic journeys and everything in between. Strangers become friends through stories they share. Thank you for letting us be a part of your story. Love, Savannah and Bryce. Well, you guys are super cool cats over there, Savannah and Bryce. I enjoy hanging out with you guys and everything like that. Did a bottle share over there with them. It was really cool experience. Getting to hang out in their meadery, share some bottles. Had one of their friends came over, share some bottles too, some beers, and it was great. So if you want to be a part of one of those, I'm going to be hosting more mead share events. So definitely get on board with that. Follow me over on the socials if you want to be on board with that. Sorry, I'm just getting lost in the artwork here. You got this really cool like strawberry patch, and Savannah does all their artwork and labels, draws everything in-house herself, and it's supposed to look like the spine of a book. There's like the spine of the book, there's the back cover, or like a comic book or something, graphic novel. There's the front, you got the little, little emblem up at the top, got the barcodes. So cheers to Savannah for that. Sorry, I keep getting lost in her artwork. So first up first, let's give this a quick little pour. Again, this is strawberries and cream. Now Bryce is not going to give anybody this recipe, so you could call him and ask him or shoot him messages, but he will not do it. He said he took him forever to get this strawberry recipe dialed in. So yeah, good luck with that. If you do, you'll be the only one. Somehow magically get him to break that out. Now straight away on the nose, bring my score sheet back up here. First on the bouquet and aroma, yeah, the nose is just straight fresh strawberries. It doesn't come off like candied strawberries. It doesn't come off like strawberry essence or extract or anything like that. That is just straight fresh cut strawberries. I mean, like it doesn't even smell like they were frozen. I mean, they may have. I didn't ask that much. Again, he won't give anybody the recipe, but it's definitely nice, bright, fresh strawberries. It almost gives like a little bit of a pinch of like a citrus hint in there as well. I love it. And the honey characters, you get that like little drizzled honey character sweetness on the backside, like just honey and strawberries, just eating those up. So on the bouquet and aroma, I don't get any fusel alcohol smells or anything like that. Definitely nice and bright and fresh. See ester's complexity. It's definitely blended well. I mean, I can pick apart the honey and the strawberries. So I guess they could be blended together a little better, but I mean, all in all, I think this is fantastic. So I'll give this a solid 9 out of 10. I mean, strawberries and cream. I don't know how much of a creamy aroma it's supposed to have, or you could have. I mean, I guess if I just went, wow, that is strawberries and cream, like right off the bat, I'd probably be a 10. We'll stick with a 9 for that. I probably should find some sort of way of writing these scores down, because I know I will totally forget what I said at the beginning if I don't. So let's open up a doc. Yeah, there we go. Just a blank doc is fine. And so that was going to be 9 on the aroma. Excellent. Oops. Space. Enter. All right. So then we go back over to the score sheet, onto visuals. And the visual about this is super hazy. I mean, there's nothing clear about that. It is super, well, I don't use the term murky, but it's definitely translucent at best. There's no transparency to that. You can't see through it. Definitely has a lot of bubbles that are still hanging around. Anytime you give it a quick swirl, you get a nice burst of the bubbles. So it's definitely on the sparkly inside, like they said. It has some pretty decent legs on it. They're kind of sticking around and then break away, but I mean, it's definitely got a little bit of cling to the side of the glass, especially for something this light on the ABV. I don't think they use a ton of honey in it, because I believe it's only 8%, 7% maybe, 6% is even just a 6% or so. It doesn't have I'm not expecting a whole lot of body out of it. It's definitely got some grip to it, some cling, which I'm enjoying. No floaties or particulates, I don't think. Everything in there looks like it's bubble related, which I can also appreciate. So in the appearance, out of 6, let's go ahead and we're gonna give this a solid 4. I mean, if it was clear, and I'd probably bump it up a little bit, and I don't know. It just leans towards a 4 for me, with the lack of transparency. I'm not saying there's anything floating in there. I can't, like I said, it all looks like the carbonation. It just looks like it could be clarified up, even if it was still going to be on the hazier side of things. But that being said, it definitely has a nice pinkish hue to it that I would expect out of a strawberry mead. man. 4 on the visuals. The taste is, it tastes very fresh and refreshing. The strawberry character, again, is as true on the flavor palette as it is on the aromatic side. Just nice, fresh, true cut strawberries. Very mild, I would say. I mean, they're there, but it comes in quick, swooshes around, and then goes away. It definitely tastes like a 6%. Light, and you do get that light carbonation in there as well. Feels good across the palate, just that bubbly, tingly refreshingness. Adds to the refreshingness, I should say. No fusels on the retro, but yeah, it's just a light strawberry in there. I keep searching for the creamy, like I know we put lactose or lactose sugars or something in there, but it's just not quite as creamy as I would prefer it. But you know, that's just a matter of personal preference. You call it strawberries and cream, you got the lactose in there, you fulfilled the excuse me, fulfilled the requirement. But for me, I would like to ramp up the creaminess on it a little bit. The strawberry character is definitely there. And for like I said, for a sparkling 6%, I don't know how much cream you could really add to it, or lactose sugars to really pop that out. It's not something I've played with too much, but that would definitely be my advice to Bryce. Pop in a little more of that creaminess. It definitely has a heavier mouthfeel to it as well. It's got something, like I was saying, it has a little more body to it than I was suspecting for a 6% hydromel. Pardon the jets flying overhead. There's a giant Air Force base not too far away. So definitely enjoying that. Light, bright. Man, I'm telling you, that strawberry characteristic is legit. Definitely digging that. So out of what do we got? Out of 20 on the appearance, we gave it a 4 out of 24 on the flavor. Given that we've got, like I said, that mouthfeel is feeling good. Nice body to it for a lightly carbonated hydromel, which I think that the carbonation adds to that body, or at least, you know, increased perception of body and mouthfeel. Holy cow, I was not expecting a freaking an Air Force to come show up and hang out with me, but here they are. No tannic. I mean, I guess there's some dryness on the back end, but it's definitely got a bright acidity to it. I guess it could be balanced out a little more with something on the back to, you know, cut through that sweet. The carbonation, I guess, adds some perceived dryness to it, but I think it could add a little bit of something in there to you know, help balance it out a little bit better. But all in all, flavor-wise, sweetness, tannins, acidity, alcohol, like I said, no fusels, anything like that. Carbonation is there. It's very well blended together. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit that with we're gonna give that one a solid 18 on that for the flavor. And then on to the overall. So overall, it's just, you know, strawberry and cream, hydromel, 6%, and I'm not mad at it. It's very, like I said, it's like 68 degrees, almost 70 degrees today here in Montgomery, Alabama, and this is hitting the spot for a, you know, nice refreshing drink to sit on the patio and crush. Like I said, my gripes, I like to see a little creaminess, like the increase on the creaminess. Strawberry flavor is there. Maybe a little more balance to the sweetness, acidity, tannin trio, the holy trinity as we're going to start calling it on here. So overall, I'm going to give this a solid 7 on the overall. So that's 9 and 7 is 16, 16 and 18 is 34, and 4 is 38. So we got it a solid 38. That's not bad. 38 out of 50 on the old BJCP scale. I wouldn't be angry with that. Like I said, this is a fantastic just daily driver, hydromel, peaches and cream, or sorry, strawberries and cream. And they do sell, I believe that they sell online, or they're getting ready to sell online there at the Fox and Raven. So hit up Bryce and Savannah over there. Hit them up on their Instagram and their social medias and whatnot. They'll definitely be able to tell you what's going on with their current situation as far as shipping and Vino shipper and all that jazz. So give my cap back, a little tappy, put it back on there. Yeah, bright, tangy. Like I said, just a bit more on the creamy side. I think it'd be an A number 1 for me. That would definitely bump it up to above a 40 for me. Excuse me. Whew. Like I said, that last little bit of crud getting out of there. Now my next one here is a 8% semi-sweet Tupelo honey traditional from Texas Longhouse Mead. So my buddy Carlos brews these up at his house. They're in a little town called Stonewall, Texas. Again, just not too far outside the Dallas area. And I'm a big fan of everything that I've had of his so far. Well, pretty much a big fan of everything he's had. I've had a couple that I wasn't big fans of, but the guy does know how to make a proper mead. And I believe he's trying to go commercial here within the next, 23, 24, I'm pretty sure he's going to be going commercial, like I said, the next year or two. So Tupelo honey. I've never had Tupelo honey. I don't know what the characteristics of Tupelo honey are supposed to be, and I was going to look them up just so I could try to figure it out. I mean, I got the internet here. I can't do that real quick, but I also wanted to see if I can't see what I can't pick up on my own. Tupelo honey characteristics. I guess I could just pull up my BJCP score sheet and flavor guide, but I don't have that straight up on hand right this second. Oh, you know what? I think I do. I bet I have it in my Google Docs. Let me go over to the Google Docs. Do I have the ingredients and honeys one? Let's see here. My drive. So yeah, Tupelo honey is, again, one of those really expensive honeys. I believe it comes from the Midwest and the South. About to find out here shortly. But let's see, ingredients. Here we go. Honey. So in the flavor world, I would definitely call this like an extra white color on it. Visually, it's absolutely amazing. Like I said, got the extra white color to it, light bit of bubbles. I'm not thinking it's going to be sparkling. Ooh, it has a very sweet characteristic on the nose straight away. Let's see, Tupelo honey, clover, fireweed, guajillo, Tupelo, here we go. White Tupelo, also known as Ugechi lime trees, grow in a height of 50 to 75 feet, blooming in April to May. Southern Georgia and Florida panhandle. Okay, so it's got a super limited area that it grows. Flavors, aroma, apple, sweet, vanilla, and maybe slightly herbal. Flavors can be creamy, sherry, light cinnamon. It's going to be full-bodied, mild, and very complex, smooth, and it should be rather distinctive. Best for traditionals. Okay. Very complex floral herbal honey. Because of the price of Tupelo honey, usually stands alone as a traditional, which takes to oak very well. Now, he did not tell me if he oaked this or not. If he did tell me, I don't remember. He did not write it down that on there whether he did or did not. So this definitely got a unique characteristic to it that I have not spelled before. It's saying apples, sweet, vanilla. Whew. Now I definitely get that vanilla type of character. I guess apple would be something I would put on there, maybe like a green apple or something. A little bit of funky tartness to it, amongst that definitely got that vanilla. Maybe that herbals has that little bit of funk to it, but I mean not bad. It's just like, yeah, I guess I use the term funk for something that I can't really pinpoint down or accurately describe otherwise. But yeah, it definitely hits sweet right off the bat. Sweet vanilla and bright, yeah, like a bright apple on there. So for flavors, maybe a light cinnamon or creamy sherry type of characteristics to it. Okay. So I guess let's get back to our score sheet here. So aromatically, like the flavors there, I don't get any fusel alcohol. I don't get any like off notes or characteristics to it or anything like that. So let's give that one. Yeah, I'm gonna go straight up and give this one a 9 again. I think the aroma on it is fantastic. It's unique and definitely complex. I'm like having a hard time with picking out exactly what's going on with it, but it's definitely unlike anything I've had before, which I'm totally digging. Ooh, I like that. Very, I was almost gonna say like, it almost has an oaked type of taste to it. Maybe he did oak it because it does have a little bit of a drying finish to it. This is definitely got some legs. I totally skipped over appearance. Anyway, that light, bright, extra white appearance to it, no bubbles, no floaties, damn near fully transparent hue to it. I'm again go give this one a straight up 6 on the visuals because that's just, I mean, it's everything it's supposed to be. Legs are there. It's got nice creep going on to them. It's got some nice stick and some staying power. So back onto that taste, yeah, like I said, it probably was oaked, lightly oaked or something on the back end. And if it wasn't, then Carlos, you definitely nailed the perceived dryness on the back. It is only a semi-sweet, which I have to remember. So I'm saying that's perfectly going to be on point for category. I'd say it's kind of got a medium mouthfeel to it. Sticks around for a little while, but it doesn't hang out for too long. Flushes away, kind of on the smooth side. It does have a lingering aftertaste of that Tupelo honey, which I mean I'm trying to like catalog this all in the brain right as I'm going because I definitely want to remember this. This is fantastic. So it says, do I get a light cinnamon type of characteristic to it? Creamy. I guess creamy would be a way. I would say almost more buttery. I mean, not like buttery in texture, but like creamy butter type of characteristic to it. Excuse me again. But yeah, so this is actually pretty darn good. I would say it almost has like I said, that oaky wood type of characteristic to it. I've never been to the Florida Panhandle and seen one of these trees, but I would be interested to pick up the aromas and the characteristics of the tree and see what is pulling over to this. Like a hint of floral in there. I guess I wouldn't, maybe you could say cinnamon in there, but I'd say it has like almost like a apple meat type of characteristics. Not like apple skin doesn't have any of that malic acid or that type of presence, but like a golden apple or something where it just has like a nice smooth medium type of flavor, nothing overwhelming, nothing too sweet, nothing too tart. It almost drinks like a mild apple flavor there. Maybe that is because I'm reading that it's supposed to have that in the aroma as well, and that comes through. But yeah, like I said, I get green apple in there, and then more of like a mild, like medium, like gold apple. Because I always gold apples were like never my favorite, just because they were always thought they were like more boring compared to like a Jonathan apple, like a Golden Delicious. They're just like, yeah, they're good, but like, what else do you have? But that characteristic there is, I mean, it's definitely, I have like almost no astringency, but it does have like a brightness to it. It's definitely, like I said, if this hasn't been oaked, I would be surprised. But I'm not mad at the way it tastes. I guess it's just confounding me because it's so unique, and it's again something I haven't really played with and drank a lot of. I don't get any like leathery. Maybe it's just like a herbal it is maybe like an herbal type of characteristic that goes into it. I don't know what those herbs would be, but not vegetative, but it's definitely got a unique characteristic to it. And I'm just going to call that the Tupelo Honey X Factor. I guess if you've ever had Tupelo honey or Tupelo Traditional, you probably know what I'm talking about. And again, my descriptors are definitely not the best to where they could be, but like I said, that creamy, buttery, appley type of characteristic comes through. It's definitely got a lot of body to it for a semi-sweet traditional. It's got weight, feels good in my mouth, tastes good. Like I said, the aftertaste sticks around for a while. I guess, like I said, medium body on it. All that being said, I think I'm going to pop this guy as far as with the flavor wise. I'm going to give that one a 20. I'm definitely digging the flavor now. I might be able to, I probably have to bump it up a point or two or down a point or two for a more educated palate if somebody else knows what's going on with it and they could point me out, you know, and I'm sure I'll come across that in my travels someday. But for this, for what it is, I like it. Overall, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10 because it's damn good. So we got 20 and 9, or 8 and 9 is 17, so 37 and 6 is 43. Yeah, I'll call that a 43. That's a legit mead. Now, like I said, I could probably be persuaded one way or the other, depending on a more educated palate, cluing me into exactly what's going on. But from what I'm tasting here so far and everything, I'm happy with it. 43 is definitely good. It does everything it says it's supposed to do. Sorry, you got people pulling the rigs in and out and people walking around. I love it. Kind of hoping somebody just kind of wanders over and wants to take part in the ritual, but I doubt it. So lastly, but not leastly, is the Reboog Blue from Garagiste in Tampa, Florida. Now I picked this one up, and these are all Texas grabs, so I picked this up at a bottle shop there in Texas. And if memory serves, this is a series that he does. There's like a whole Reboog line of meads. There's like berry ones and double berries and all sorts of stuff. I'm trying to pull them up here, the list. Ooh, excuse me, the master list on Untapped. So I'm on the second slowest Wi-Fi in the world, so we have to excuse its slowness here. So here we go. Review. Garagiste. Oh yeah, okay, so here we go. Garagiste. And let's see. Where is the beers? Where are the beers? 257 beers on his Untapped. Now, I'm not the hugest fan of ratings on Untapped. It is a convenient place to look for flavor profiles and alcohol contents and whatnot. So we've got, so there's several of the Reboogs. Reboog Vitis, V-I-T-I-S, was peanut butter and Concord grapes. Took silver at Dormer's Cup in 2017, People's Choice winner. So here we go, Reboog Blue, formerly Goober Blue. So the Reboog Blue, a mellow with blueberries, locally produced honey, and a pile of peanuts, which I'm definitely excited about that because y'all know I'm a blueberry junkie and peanut butter junkie as well. So then they have Reboog Fraise, which I believe is going to be strawberry, orange blossom honey and strawberries. That was probably pretty decent. I'm not a huge orange blossom honey fan, but everybody does their own thing. And then there's a couple other ones, but yeah. So and I believe he has other Reboogs as well that are, like I said, like doubles and triples and stuff like that, which is cool because I haven't got to try many of these. And from what I understand, some of those other ones that he's made are just absolutely bananas on flavor and characteristics to them. They're those thick, almost sugar belt style meads that you find up somewhere up in, um, like something from like Shram's or Manic or Four Fires, any of those guys up there. So yeah, they got, here's Reboog Raz, Reboog Noir, done with blackberries. Then they got barrel aged ones. Here's a Reboog done in rye barrel. So yeah, tons of different Reboogs and everything from those guys over there. So this one is again the blueberry and peanuts. I have not ever had anything from Garagiste. I tried to talk to Chad one time through an email, see if I could get him to do an interview on the show, and it was a less than desirable communication. And he's gonna do his own thing down there, and he's got his own everything that he's up to. So I just let him do his thing, so to speak, and whatnot. So good for him. But I'm super excited to try this Reboog because it comes highly recommended. So straight away, let's get on to that pour. Nice, deep purple blueberry hue to it. Something I would totally expect from a blueberry mellow mel. Oh yeah, ooh, whoa, heavy on the peanuts on the aroma. I mean, I know I'm getting out of line here, but man, that is just like straight peanuts on the nose. And I guess, no, that you can definitely get the blueberries in there, but I mean, that's hard to pull the blueberries out underneath that peanut. It's not even like a roasted peanut. I mean, no, it's definitely not roasted peanut. It is almost peanut butter. I don't know if he used like a peanut butter, like PB2 powder, or he said the actual pile of peanuts. And if he said a pile of peanuts, and then I'm gonna assume that he's actually put actual peanuts in there and anything else. So this is not a peanut characteristic that I've seen in any other peanut butter meads that I've come across. Most of those come off like very much like school jam sandwich or school sandwich peanut butter and jelly type of characteristic. This one is excuse me, I don't want to say artificial, but it's different, that's for sure. It still smells like a peanut, but maybe it's like boiled peanuts or something like that. Like there's no like I'm getting the peanut characteristic, but not any like, I don't get like the savoriness of it. It's very weird. But then, like I said, you can definitely pick up the honey and the blueberries underneath of it. No alcohol characteristic to it. I don't get any like fusel smells or anything. Just like raw characteristics to it. So definitely on the aroma. Oh man, out of 10, let's give it a. I want to give it an 8, but the complexity, like I don't feel like it's blended that well. Like if I just get hit with one flavor first, and the other characteristics don't come through as much, I don't feel like I should be jamming it that high. So I'll give it a 7. I mean, like everything's there that it says it's supposed to be. It's got the blueberry, but they're like out of balance with each other. Like I would love to see one that was like a waft. Like I went back one time and it was blueberry, and I go back next time and it's peanuts, and next time it's the honey, or just or a combination of them instead of just one thing and then the other every single time. Visually though, absolutely looks amazing. Super dark, rich, full, everything I would expect from a blueberry mellow mel. I mean, this thing is damn near opaque. I mean, I got these, again, studio lights. I'm outside holding it up against the sky. I can't see anything through it. Even when I tilt it down, it's definitely got a nice colored meniscus to it, so it's either been sitting for a while or, I guess that might be the green table we get. I'd still say it's got a little bit of age characteristic to it for sure. Looks absolutely wonderful. No floaties, no particulates in there. Legs, it's definitely got legs for days. I think it's gonna, definitely be one of those ones that we just have to objectify by staring at it. So on the visuals, let's go with a straight up 6 on that. I mean, it's hard for me to, if it doesn't have any particulates, to come off of that. It's solid for right where it's at. All right, then. Just like in the nose, the flavor is very peanut forward. The blueberry comes in afterwards. Super sweet, light astringency to it. I mean, I think it could use a pinch more puckering, something to it, something to help balance out an acidity, to balance out that sweetness. Because I hit you with a lot of, oh, I don't really care for it as much that second time. Because it hit you with a lot of that sweetness and shit right up front. And yeah, and that peanut, again, that peanut characteristic is, it's something that, maybe it's just raw boiled peanuts or raw unprocessed peanuts or something. Like, again, like it doesn't taste like roasted. I'm getting like I almost want it to be like a little bit salty. I want it to have that like burnt characteristic to it, that cooked characteristic, something to it. Definitely not picking that up very much, but long mouthfeel, very full body, lingering mouthfeel. It's tons of characteristics, sucking it out of the crevices of your teeth. Flavor wise, out of 24, no alcohol presence, no fusel alcohol in the retro. Yeah, it's actually better in smaller sips than, you know, a large mouth feeling swig to me. Out of 24, I'm gonna give this one I'm gonna give it a 19. And overall, I'm gonna give it again a 7. I'm not like it's there. It does what it says it's gonna do. I don't know. I think the flavors could be blended a little bit better, have a better complexity to it. So 7 and 7 is 14, and 6 is 20, and 19 is 39. That's 39. Hey, that's a respectable score. It's actually a little higher than I was thinking it was going to do initially, as I got that going. But yeah, I mean, I would like to try some other stuff from Garagiste, just knowing that, you know, some of his stuff has some like really positive reputations in the past and everything like that. But maybe it's one of those situations where you know, people grow up and you know, their size, you know, the meadery size grows up, and you know, you can't continue to do things in the same manner that you were doing them before. You know, you're using different ingredients. You're having to substitute things for things where you know, you didn't necessarily do that before, or cut corners, or whatever you want to call it. It might just be a victim of upscaling. I mean, because like I said, it comes with a lot of clout. Maybe the barrel aged version would be significantly better. I mean, like I said, it's got plenty of body to it. It's like it needs any like additional help with that. It's the blueberry and the peanut, like they don't like that. I've had them taste really good before in the past, but this one is not doing it. Like peanut butter and jelly crime from Superstition, I think has, and I don't really care for that one much, but I think that one has a better grip on the complexity, you know, the blend of the peanut butter and jelly, a little bit smoother vibe on them. You know, it's a better complex blend of the product. But I guess maybe it's yeah, I'm gonna leave that score as a 39. I mean, again, by a more educated palate, might be able to point some things out to me. I might be willing to sway my vote one way or the other a little bit. But all in all, it's good. If you're ever stop by there, I mean, he's got it on tap. I would definitely say give it a shot. I don't know if I would go out and buy, you know, spend $40 on another bottle of it, because it's, you know, not my perfect peanut butter. The peanut butter and jelly ones aren't like my go-to. My wife is a huge peanut butter and jelly fan as far as like mead profiles. So let's see what she says about this, and you know, maybe she's got a pretty damn good palate too. So maybe she'll point me out into some things otherwise. But yeah, all in all, it's pleasant to drink. It tastes decent. It's, you know, nothing wrong with it. It's just a matter of, I guess, not, like I said, not being blended well enough, And I don't think I'm docking points for the way that peanut comes across, because it's definitely peanut. It doesn't specify what kind of peanut. It doesn't say roasted peanut. It doesn't say any of these things. It just says peanut. And it's definitely there. It's just a lot heavier there than I was expecting or would like it to be. So, yeah. So thank you everybody for being here on the TK and Drinks live review. I think I had a couple people pop on live, which is pretty good, since how I don't do these live videos all too often, and I didn't really advertise it or anything like that. I just kind of popped in and did it. But if you're at Fox and Raven, reach out to these cats, see what they got on going with the Desdemona, your strawberries and cream. If you know Carlos over at Texas Longhouse Mead, see if he's got some semi-sweet Tupelo left. Maybe he'll sport you a bottle or something. Maybe you can do a little trade with him. And like I said, the Garagiste Reboog Blue. I have no idea what batch number this is, doesn't say on there or anything like that. But if you've had it, let me know in the comments section what you thought. If you think I'm completely out of line with any of my scores, please let me know what you thought down there. I'd love to have a conversation about it. And if you can, if you like, subscribe and follow, which is always appreciated. Hit me up on any of the social medias over there, Facebook, Instagram. I guess I don't do the Twitter or anything like that, but hit me up, or TikTok. I don't do that, but Facebook, Instagram, hit me up. Like I said, I got the cool shirts coming out with the Keach sayings on them. I'm gonna try to get some consignments and some meaderies, and hopefully we can see those around. I will be attending Sugar Belt Mead Festival this year for anybody who's going to be out there for that. I'd love to see you. I'm pretty sure I got it in to be the official mead cast of the Sugar Belt Festival. So I'm going to be doing live interviews and be doing live streams, all that stuff. So I'm going to be posting a ton about that, because I don't want that to get missed at all. But yeah, so thank you all for being here today, again, during my live review process. And thank you all for being here, and have a fantastic day and evening and night. And now y'all get to watch me turn off the video. Later.